Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the second game of this match between Hidden Valley Gaming and Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods. My name is Sleeping Panda. I'm jumping in here in relief of Jirachi, who has fallen asleep. And I think, was that Jimmy earlier? I think he left as well. So it's going to be
Jimmy
me.
never showed up.
Oh, who was that casting with you? Is that just you?
It was Jirachi, but for the last half of that match, it was just me.
Oh, snap. Alright, well, it's a bison with me as well, so we are getting it started here. I do not know if we have the spectator link yet for a draft. But anyways, we saw a very competitive game in the previous match, or the previous game, so let's go over that just a little bit. It looked like towards the end of the game, HVG got a little cautious when they didn't want to come out of their base when they had the Baron and the Elder Dragon on them. And then pushing in. I think what really turned that game for Pooh's favor at the end was Super Hoagie stepping up just a little too far, trying to 1v1 that random guy, and ended up dying there. And that 60-second death timer, I think, played a huge part as Bear Jr.'s team just pushed in through the base, not really caring that the Twitch was gone. And then just almost smack the Nexus 7 times and we win. So, yeah. It was a good match. I enjoyed it.
It was definitely a good match, but I think it got drawn out a lot longer than it needed to. I mean, they had quite a few instances where they had picks on HVG and they could have pushed in and they didn't, or they had times where they needed to team fight and Yorick wasn't there. Yes, Yorick is a split push champion, but there is times where sometimes you just need a 5v5 and then do the split push after the team fight.
Yeah, so we're waiting to get the this draft restarted here. Looks like we don't have the spectator link quite yet.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, which one is it?
The third one. The third one down.
Yeah, this would go. All right.
We're just waiting for him to start.
We are ready to start. Did you still let him know? Just let him know. So, yep. Anyways, chat. What did you guys think of that game? Let us know in the comments, as I gotta load the chat up, actually. Pop out. It worked in the end, so that's what matters. Yep, that is indeed the way that game went. Worked in the end. That's all we care about.
And it looks like they finally started banning.
Alright, so we're gonna get switched over here as I was getting things set up. And we see the first ban by HVG is a Blitzcrank. For some reason, Pooh did not submit a ban. And neither did HVG. Interesting. Oh, wait.
Are you on the right one? Because I see a Blitzcrank ban for HVG.
And that's it? Okay, well now that's what
and then
it
a
looks
Fiora.
like. Yep, okay.
Fiora ban for Pooh. Okay.
I'm on the right one now. Anyways, yep, we see a Fiora ban taken away from a Cout in the top lane. That's one of his carry champions. Blitzcrank obviously being one of Bear Jr.'s really strong champs. Makes that plays, grabs those hooks. Bard now taken away. They could have left the Bard up, honestly, and forced Pooh to ban it, or just allowed Sal to have it. But they're saying no dice. We're not going to let any chance of Bear Jr. even getting Bard. Did they 3-ban the support? Vel'Koz taken away by Pooh Jr. Poops in the Woods. Vel'Koz being one of Panic at the Top Hat's main champions, one of his good control mages. I think that dynamic though for Pooh is a bit different without Hiromar, and instead you're subbing in Elucida. And Zoe taking away from Elucida. Very much a Zoe one trick right now. Loves that assassin.
Also does play a very good Katarina, so I would be surprised to see that later on.
Yeah, Malzahar taken away, don't press R, and we see Sejuani coming out for Yurion as the first pick in the jungle. One of his stronger champions. I know they really like putting Elliot onto that Sejuani. That is one of Frank's favorite picks for the jungler, and it is just so strong. So.
And again, we see the Tristana pick up here for the side of their Junior Poops in the Woods. Random guy, having some pretty good plays on it last game. Also had some misplays, but overall plays very well on that champion. MF not doing so well now that we have the Relic Shield kind of meta going on with the ADCs. Still would be an alright pick, though. They do decide to go with Tristana instead.
Yeah, I like that Tristana pick. Towards the end, you saw the Tristana able to 1v1 a Twitch, and I think that was huge. As we see a Master Yi getting pulled out for POO, that's probably for Labby in the jungle, opting not to go with the Lee Sin and instead with the Master Yi. Not very tanky as compared to the Sejuani, but certainly is able to take objectives very quickly.
We'll say that the Master Yi is an odd pick into a Sejuani, because Master Yi is going to have to get Sejuani, especially towards the middle and late game when she gets pretty tanky.
Yep. As we see that Gangplank coming back for a Count in the top one. Well, wait. There's already a Nasus. And they're hovering Gangplank. Nope, that's a Janna. Okay, so Nasus in the top lane for a Count. We have Janna in the bot lane, again for Allergic to Milk, showing some pretty good proficiency on Janna, able to disengage those team fights pretty well. Yeah, nothing there, John.
On what?
The Janna.
Sorry. I mean, Sal played it really well in that last game, was able to disengage, especially when you have someone like Master Yi. If you time it right, and also with the Tristana jump, if you time it right, that tornado can just absolutely destroy their engage. Now we see a Quinn on the side of... Or I hear pings going off in the league chat.
Yeah, so we see the Quinn picked up for, I'm guessing that's top lane.
It's actually a Morg.
What?
That's actually a Morg pick, not a Quinn pick.
Morg banned. Oh, okay. And then HVG opts not to ban anything. I think. Is that what that is?
I don't know what's going on. They're talking about
Quitting
restarting the whole pro draft.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the heck's going on here, so... Vote for pro draft, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it looks like we are going to redo this pro draft as people are unhappy with it, so we're going to switch scenes again as we wait for some more. What's chat talking about here? Okay, I'll give you some reason. Even though I don't. The build was done because you didn't have the survivability for the Malzahar, plain and simple.
It's a bunch of art at this point.
I actually have no idea what Eric's trying to say here.
They're talking about Hillary Clinton's itemization in the last game. We've had people arguing back and about how it was brought up and how it was said and all fun stuff that happens in PMA Alpha.
Oh, got you. Well, anyways, this is our new draft. We have Sejuani, Gangplank, Tarek. Bans have stayed the same. It's a Maokai instead of whatever that was. I think Quinn, and then Morgana in the mid lane for somebody. Or maybe that's a support. I don't know. Would not know. Anyways, Twitch ban away from Super Hoagie. No more Twitch. That Twitch was actually very useful for HVG. So long as Super Hoagie was able to stay alive, Twitch could just stay in the back line and just shred everything in front of him. That's one of the reasons why they were able to secure so many objectives, especially the Elder Drag. POO starting fights and then Twitch just finishing them. Sivir banned away as well, forcing Super Hoagie onto something like maybe an Ashe. Katarina also banned by HVG, targeted at Elucida. Still don't know if that's a mid Morgana or a bot Morgana. I'm going to lean more towards a bot Morgana. Thinking that's going for be Bear Jr.'s pick. Although the Thresh is available at this moment. So you could see a Thresh as well, as we see a Yorick ban. Not knowing if that's a Maokai jungle or a Maokai top.
I'm going to guess that it's probably a Maokai jungle. I haven't seen Hillary Clinton play Maokai. Doesn't mean that he couldn't have worked it up and done it, because Maokai as a champion is pretty easy to learn and execute, but doing the flashy kind of stuff with Maokai takes some practice.
As we see an Azir pulled out in the mid lane. Ooh, gonna go for some flashy chicken plays. That'll be spicy.
Some fancy stream of shuffling going on.
Yeah. As we wait the pick for the HVG, I don't know what Frank is going to pull out here into that Azir. He does have the Vigar available. Then we're going to see a Jinx from Super Hoagie. Another hyper carry. Probably not as strong as his Twitch or Sivir, but certainly not a bad pick overall. And it is a brand, is what they're showing by HVG. What do you think of this brand pickup?
I actually like it. Brand has gotten buff in 8.1. He's dealing a little bit more damage, has the mana sustain from the previous patches, and he's in a really good spot. I think he saw like a 10% jump in his win rate. It was something ridiculous, and he's being played a lot lane again, as opposed to support. And especially with a Maokai, you're going to want that extra damage on the 3 stack on his passive. Or I guess technically just this passive.
Yep, that Blaze passive coming out huge. As we see a Garen pulled out by POO. That's going to be for Hillary Clinton. This is a Maokai in the jungle versus a Sejuani. So both of them having a lot of good team fighting ability with that CC and the tankiness. And then again, a Garen spin to win into a GP. I don't know about that one though. Garen into GP.
I think that maybe Nasus might have been a better pick here for Hillary Clinton. The Garen doesn't really have anything to engage with other than his Q. Once he uses that, he can't get back into a fight unless obviously someone else slows him down. Also, with the amount of CC that we see on the side of HVG, it's going to be really tough for done.
All right, we are getting started here. Pick bands going through now. So, looking at this map, we have Sejuani, Gangplank, Tarek, Jinx, and Brand for HVG. What do you think their win condition is for this team?
for HVG,
Yep.
I think the win condition for HVG is to let a Kaut get strong. Basically, let him scale. Let him do what he did last game, basically. Let him get to the point where he's at level 18 before anyone else is. He had over 600 farm in the last game, granted that being a 60-minute match. But let him farm up, let him get the Klepto, just let him go crazy, and then obviously you're going to have to get Sejuani scaled up a bit. They're just going to have to try and wait it out and try and get through some of the early game pressure that POO could put on him.
All right. Now, what about POO with the Tristana, Maokai, Morgana, Azir, and then a Garen? What do you think their win condition is going to look like?
I think their win condition is going to be on Labyrinth 1898. It's going to depend on where he decides to gank. And hopefully he can go a little bit early. That's really going to help, especially with Elicita, being able to get on top of that brand. Being able to try and negate some of the brand damage.
As we jump out of that, interesting.
And Kaut's lap restarted.
Yeah, it looks like Panic at the top hat is completely disconnected at the... Oh, there he is. As we struggle to get this game underway. Are we starting? What's the dealio here? Ben's laptop just restarted. Discord is not working as well.
For Bear Jr., yeah.
Best of one game, even trades across the board. Interesting.
I mean, it is getting pretty late for people on the East Coast. Almost 2 o'clock there now.
Yup, that is true. Hopefully they all don't have things going on Monday. I know I do not have to work, which is why I am still awake.
I know that Allergic to Milk had to work, I think, a 12-hour shift, and then got a couple hours off, then had to work another 4 before this game, so he's pretty tired and wants to get to bed.
Poor Sal. Maybe if he was his boss's pal, he could take a nap. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that.
I don't know either. But remember to check out Sal's game reviews.
Oh, yep. Sal's game reviews. Gotta plug that at least once. I don't even know if he's updated that in who knows how long.
I don't know, but you can always check out the one that he did have done. You haven't checked it out before.
Well, that's true. Yeah. You check out our boy Sal's game reviews. And there goes somebody else. Oh, nope, that was
Ben, a Kaut.
awesome. Discord being silly has collapsed again. We're gonna restart that. Da, 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 da. So, about that NALCS today. I actually didn't watch any of the games. Well, no, wait. I watched one. It was Liquid versus Optic.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, I watched that. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I thought Optic was gonna actually have a chance there for a while to beat him.
Yeah, Team Liquid.
Also, when we say NALCS, expect spoilers afterwards, so don't flame us later.
Expect what?
Spoilers. That way no one can get mad at us.
Whatever, I don't care. We're just commenting on it. I think, looking at the first couple games, that Team Liquid's looking pretty strong. They're my favorite 4. They're my favorite to win NA LCS, I think, this year. I think TSM just looks a bit disjointed.
They don't look like they've been together long enough to even have any kind of synergy yet. No. I mean, if you look at Liquid, they spent, what, 2 weeks over in Korea doing team bonding and practicing and all that, and came back.
Something like 3 weeks,
I think TSM was practicing like
once.
2-3 days before.
Not a great strategy to win. So yeah, interesting LCS stuff. I know for Fantasy LCS, my team got dumpstered by Gerg7. At least I think that's what. Let's look at this scoreline.
It must have been one of the other fantasy ones, because I played him in mine and I beat him pretty badly.
I got dumpstered pretty hard as both Hughie and Biofrost did not play a second game. And looks like I'm going to bench both my mid laner and my support. Awesome. So, yeah.
I ended up getting auto-drafted because I didn't see when our draft was going on.
Wait, it says I still have matches left to play. What the hell?
Are you sure you're not looking at week 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Hans Sama from... Yeah, Hans Sama from Misfits actually did pretty well. From me, had 41.8 points. X-Smithy, also the jungler for Team Liquid, having 39 points helped out.
Yep, so it looks like I'm going to have to make some changes. I only drafted Asians on my team and Afromu because you ought to draft Asians and the black guy. That's my reasoning. He was like my 4th, 6th pick and then second most points. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'll have to wait and see how Stixay does next week and then decide if I want to make a change there. He only had 17 points between the 2 games that he played.
Well, it looks like account has reloaded. We're going to re-invite him. Hopefully this is meme at the pause channel. No, we're not going to do that, Hoagie.
Oh my god, don't reorder, just go.
Well, they're reordering. It is what it is. Down, go, Hoagie. Now, Sal, and go. I need to eat. That's what's going on here. Ooh, I think I'm going to go to Denny's tonight. Let me get a cheeseburger. It's better than Sherry's, am I right?
It is definitely better than Sherry's.
So for those of you who don't know, actually, it's a Bison and I, we're from the same chapter, so we had many of the same experiences, at least with Sherry's and whatnot. Which was our
we were talking about
place.
We were talking about chapter nicknames earlier.
What was yours again? I don't even remember.
I don't remember. Yours was Snorlax, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I had other nicknames that weren't the official one, so I don't remember what my official one was. I think mine also got changed a couple times.
It got changed several times. I honestly can't tell you what it was. It's been so long ago, and I haven't thought about it in ages. I know we just said JC.
Yeah, that was one of the main ones.
As in Jesus Christ, right? Right?
Totally.
Right. Dude, I want to play Settlers of Catan right now.
Yep, that was another Beta Sigma chapter
game night
staple.
Yep. Do we play Risk too? We played Risk sometimes.
We played Risk for a while too.
Yeah. Lots of board games. Some video games. I think you and I are really the only two that really played a whole lot of League. Although I guess Josh
we're the main ones that Josh plays it, but not that often.
Yeah.
I guess there's some that play Overwatch that I didn't know about until the other night when I played in my first Overwatch League match.
Well, Overwatch is trash, so fight me. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, you're a Bastion main, so... or not even a main, you're a Bastion one trick.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, but I play a pretty mean Bastion, that's all I say. All I'm saying. You just sit down, pull out the turret, and pew 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 pew. Alright. We're waiting for them to get all set up and go. You know, getting a little bored here. I think everybody else is kind of falling asleep at the moment. Chat's kind of dead at this moment.
Yeah, Eric was talking a little bit about Team Liquid because him and his Team Liquid and then the Cleveland recruits of 100 Thieves.
Hey, they've already got more wins than the Cleveland Browns have had in 2 years.
That is true.
So, I mean, they obviously didn't inherit that curse, being from Cleveland.
I will say, though, for the new teams, I think 100 Thieves probably did it right. Getting people who can shot call, a.k.a. Afromu, and then having people who already have existing bonds like Meteos and Ryu.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start playing Afromu. My support was garbage and only got like 7 points in total over 2 games. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go for with a few replacements, and hopefully I can start pulling out some W's with a bunch of Asians, because, you know, Asians are better at League.
Yeah, I'm going to give mine another week, just because it's the first week, so you never know if that's how they're going to keep playing, or if it was just like a first week jitters, or they weren't really on the same page kind of thing.
At any rate, I'm benching some people, so at the very least, if I don't start trading...
Also, I forgot to mention when I did it, our MVP from Game 1 was Random Guy Unit.
But then they only have like 4 votes. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we had 4 votes total, even though we had a lot of people in chat, but...
Random Guy, you know, MVP, game number 1. I'm fine with it. Was able to 1v1 Twitch at the end, which was a huge deal. Alright. We got everybody picked for HVG, and we have Bear Jr.'s pick coming in. It looks like they have switched voice servers, actually, because they are no longer in Discord. Could be using something else, probably because it's late and Discord keeps fucking up for everybody.
Yeah, if you get a lot of people on this Discord server, it seems to act up.
Yeah, there wasn't that many people, though, I thought. You know, all the upper channels are empty. The only ones here are Jirachi AFK and then Hidden Valley Gaming down in their little ranch. Still missing a count, though, so hopefully that's not going to be a huge deal.
He's Gangplank. He isn't really team-oriented until he hits, you know,
16.
probably 3 items.
No.
You don't really need to, like, communicate with your team to drop the GP ult. If you're just paying attention, you just drop it on top of a team fight.
Yup.
Or if you're really good, you can steal kills from bot lane if you see that they're super low. Not saying that's what I do.
Oh, so it looks like We Are Rhino was able to 2-0 the Spanish Torpedo, so they're now actually in second place. Meaning that whoever wins this game gonna put themselves in second place, actually. I think that's how that's gonna go. I'm not really sure.
I never heard the final verdict on tiebreakers either, so...
Oh, that's true. Well, hopefully POO will dumpster HVG, and we won't have to worry about tie-break scenarios, and we'll just have a clean 2, 3, 4, rather than a 3-way tie for second. Anyways, 2-minute break. Chat, let us know what your thoughts are on this matchup. We do have Gangplank in the top lane for HVG, Sejuani, Brand, Jinx, and Tarek. The players being Account, Urion, Panic at the Disco, wait, Top Hat, Super Sandwich, and some milk.
That can't be drink.
I was going to say lactose intolerant, but yeah.
Same thing. But then on the side of HVG, we have Garen, Maokai, Azir, Tristana, Morgana, And the players playing those will be Hillary Clinton, Labyrinth 1898, Elucida, that random guy you know, and Bear Jr.
I was gonna say, that's some bum off the street, you know, she who should have won the presidential election, or thought she won the presidential election, even though California shouldn't count.
And then, you know, you have some kind of like trash can or something in the mid lane playing Azir, but
yeah, trash can
they make do.
Took a cleanse right there too. Bit interesting that. Morgana looks like she has a exhaust, and then over for HVG. Brand gonna light more things on fire. Has Ignite. Tarek with an exhaust as well. So those are what you got for each team. Again, we're kind of thinking that GP's got to get ahead for HVG. The team fight though for HVG is pretty dirty. You do have that Tarek to have the ultimate, as well as the Brand Fireball bouncing around. And of course, Jinx Rocket could Kobe somebody from a long ways away. And Super Hoagie has shown a proficiency at hitting long-range ults with Ash arrows. What did we say for POO? I don't remember.
Maokai Labyrinth being able to gank and get his lanes ahead, so that way it doesn't let they get in the game faster and not let HVG scale.
That's true. Gangplank gonna be an annoying champion scaling, as well as Jinx. Although Tristana scales pretty well, as if I'm not mistaken, and also that Morgana Black Shield is always gonna be useful. And then Shurima Shuffle can really reset a fight. All right, we're ready. We're loading in. We're gonna switch.
And hopefully you don't have problems getting the client to show up like I did.
I should have it. I mean, I just got it.
Mine does a thing where when I minimize it, sometimes it doesn't come back up when you click on it, and you have to mess with it until it does.
Well, you also have a toaster, so yeah.
It's not a toaster. It still sits around 30 when I'm streaming.
That's a toaster. Anyways, Tarek taking Guardian. Gonna have a little bit extra shields in that bot lane. Both fleet footwork for the ADCs. Elucida took a Comet. Looks like Grasp on Garen. In exchange, Gangplank has a Klepto.
Yeah, pretty standard wards, or not wards, runes for everyone on this. Usually not seeing a Comet though on Brand isn't terrible, but usually you want to see Airy on that because you can proc it multiple times with burn.
That's true. Also, Inspiration secondaries for Tristana and Morgana, as well as an Inspiration secondary for Tarek. It's a little bit interesting. Actually, Maokai also has an Inspiration secondary. A little fascinating that. I would have gone something else, but that's just me.
They're doing a lot of what LCS has been doing lately with the stopwatches, I think.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, having all your CDR on your ult and on your summoner spells is never a bad thing.
Very, very true. Alright, we are in. We are ready. Alright. Is either team going to invade here? I would think not. They don't have a Blitzcrank, they don't have a Thresh.
Yeah, neither of them have a great one.
I don't know, the Morgana
I mean, Morgana
could be useful.
could, but I don't... Well, she might start Dark Binding.
Heavily dependent on if she does start that Dark Binding or not. Looks like Tristana and Jinx and Tarek are all going to have a Relic Shield, so we're going to have a double Relic Shield in the bot lane. They are grouping as 5, so they are looking to engage here. Bear Jr. leading the way, probably did start Dark Binding. And here they come, Bear Jr. leading the way in. They are going to get spotted. And they're going to go around the side. Sal is going to walk back into them, and the Dark Binding is not going to hit as the Flash burned by Allergic to Milk. 2 E's, yeah. A little bit of spam right there, as there is a ward, and that's probably what helped them spot this coming invade. But an early summoner spell burned by Allergic to Milk. Maybe not what you're wanting there. BM, I'm AFK. We can finally win now. F you, Hansu. Some eat my butt. Okay, this is getting a little weird now. As we're gonna see,
it is past.
It's what?
It is past 2 o'clock in the morning, so I think maybe some sleep deprivation is setting in for some of these.
A little bit of taunting about season number 1, as we're gonna see bot side starts from both junglers. What happened to CSO? Nani, 2 boosted.
That was actually season 2. That was last season.
Champion spotlight.
Having
Auction.
Sal. Yeah, because Sal was the ADC for Hansu and Eric's team.
Yeah, but that was Chase Squad, not a.
Oh. I mean, they happen to be on Chase Squad too, I guess.
CSO was Champion Spotlight Auction. That was when Buddy was playing ADC for somebody. I don't remember who that was exactly. Elucida was on that team. As we see some trading in the mid lane, Elucida getting hit a little bit by some fires. Morgana pressing up, going to land the binding onto Super Hoagie, but the double stun coming out as Bear Jr. is taking tower shots right here. Allergic to Milk is trying to get on it, but heal is going to have to be burned by a random guy you know to save Bear Jr. As Exhausted also used by Allergic to Milk. So both summoners used on Allergic to Milk as well as a heal in return. As Labyrinth has come top, he does have double bust, but misses the grasp onto a count. Dark Binding again going to hit Super Hoagie as Allergic to Milk stuns Bear Jr. Meanwhile, Elucida is getting behind. He has gotten smacked by the Seer, it looks like, but that was all they're able to get as he flashes out. Did use the cleanse, though. And we're seeing a rotation by this bot lane now. Bear Jr. kind of coming up, and this Sejuani is pretty deep in the red side jungle. But they're going for mid. Oh no, not backing out now. They got spotted by a ward. As Sejuani is gonna be around. They do not know. Yep, there's Sejuani. They see it now. As chat is really quiet at this moment. Killer.
Yeah, I don't think many people are up anymore. I noticed because Eric and some people were in a chat in Discord and they're gone now, so.
Yeah, it is pretty late. Panic at the top hat's gonna land the Pillar of Flame onto Elucida, but just opt not to follow up with that. Does have both summoners still. Labby is topside.
Just a quick stopwatch count. We do have 8 stopwatches between the 2 teams, by the way.
Yeah. Maokai, Azir, Tristana, and Morgana for POO all having stopwatches, as well as a stopwatch for Gangplank and Brand. So, stopwatches all around. Super Hoagie canceling a bunch of autos right there. Is slightly behind in CS to this Tristana. As we see a gank by Urion, Black Shield coming out onto Bear Jr. Gonna negate that stun completely, but Flash had to be burned to get Bear Jr. away. As Bear Jr. is gonna stop the back cheekily, but is gonna get stunned. And are they gonna get the kill? Yes, first blood going over to Super Hoagie with the zap. Tried to be cheeky and ended up paying for it.
Yeah, and also Super Hoagie pulling even and ahead now with that CS lead. A lot of that CS deficit, I think, was from the pressure from Bear Jr. on the Morgana.
Yeah, but is going to get set behind as we see a flash forward by Allergic to Milk. Gonna land the stun. I don't know what in the world. We have a pause. No DC. What the F? We lost the Discord. What?
Looks like HVG's having issues with the PMA Alpha League Discord server now.
Of course they are. Swag flash. Yep. Alright, well, looking at this early, looks like Hillary Clinton has pulled a slight lead over a Cout in this top lane. About 9 CS up there. Labby still slightly behind Urion, even though Urion has ganked a lane. Panic at the top hat, about 8 CS up over Elucida in the mid lane. And then now a little bit ahead is Super Hoagie, 4 CS up and a kill. That first blood kill going to translate into about 400 gold. 400 gold lead. So how are y'all doing with your taxes this year? I do mine by scratch. Why would you ever do your taxes by scratch? I do not understand.
I mean, I guess if you don't have much to put on there, you don't have to get any fancy forms. It'd be pretty straightforward.
I do mine with H&R Block getting a $900 refund, at least when the frickin' government isn't shut down. So true. Government shutdown, OP. No taxes for you. Yeah, I use Intuit Tax. It's a lot easier for me.
Yeah, my uncle's a CPA, so he does mine for me.
Lucky bastard.
I mean, I usually send him like some Starbucks like gift cards or send him something for doing them. That way he's not like expected to do them and has to do them for free.
Anyways, enough taxes talk. Chest hurts. That's interesting. Oh. Well, flash burned again by Allergic to Milk. I'm sure that timer is wrong on screen. Super Hoagie does look to be out of mana at this point, so I don't know if they'll be able to keep pressing forward or they're going to have to back and use that early gold lead. He is sitting on about 1,600 at the moment. Could go back and get a BF sword and some boots.
Even a BF sword and a dagger.
Or, yeah, BF sword, dagger.
The boots, though, with a Morgana, you probably want the boots.
Help dodge them Qs. Probably a good idea. Morgana did come back with boots and that it looks like a Frost Fang. Yep.
Potion.
What is wrong with League and Discord tonight? Like, come on, for reals. Yeah, this is rough. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Probably it's because the Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl.
Yep, and the world's breaking because of it.
RIP. I think that's pretty normal with the world, you know. There's just some things that will never change. Wish me luck on my meeting tomorrow with my patient about my patient's RIP. Wait, what is? Yeah, we have the whole team back, but Ben, any issues on your end? No. Wish me luck on my meeting tomorrow about my patient's RIP. We in different server. Yeah, Super Hoagie, you're probably gonna need some luck as it is. Ooh, that looks like 2 o'clock over on the East Coast. Only 11 o'clock over here, so it's not too late for me. But yeah, Super Hoagie, you're in for a rough day tomorrow. Best of luck to you. As we have been in this pause for about 3 minutes now.
Has it been? It looks like it's been almost 5. Pause timer.
Did they pause once already?
No, I mean my timer's showing 25, 23 left.
No, but my point is this the first pause?
Yeah, it's the first pause of this game at least. They had one last game, but that wouldn't come over to this game.
Huh. Yep. Looks like it has been a 5-minute pause. Discord doesn't even open for Ben. Rip. Rip indeed. You might want to migrate over to our TeamSpeak server or a Twitch chat. Or a Skype call. You know, because Skype is still a thing. Maybe you could even use Slack if Slack had voice servers. Am I right?
Yeah, you know, Slack is so much better than everything else, including Discord.
Oh, is that lose by default? TeamSpeak? I guess you lose then, XD.
I don't even know how many people still use our TeamSpeak server.
Yeah, pop into it.
Last time I used it was when Allie was still having to use TeamSpeak.
That is true. Yeah, that's probably the last time I used it as well. Although, I guess I've popped into it every once in a while. Like, Discord has had this issue for a while now. Alright, who's DDoSing the Discord? Looks like everybody's about to get a stopwatch too at 6 minutes, so about 4 seconds away from stopwatches all around.
Yeah, I think so far this entire game they've been without a Count, their top laner, because he's still not in that Discord channel.
R. Looks like we're going to be restarting here any minute now. So again, early first blood going over to Super Hoagie. Got a zap long range kill on Bear Jr. as Bear Jr. had stepped up to stop Yurion's back in lane. Discord is banned in Dubai. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, I did not know that. And it looks like...
The more you know.
Yeah, the more you know. Looks like they don't know who unpaused... What? Unpaused. Bear Jr. has unpaused the game. Alright, and we are ready to go. Yeah, everybody getting stopwatches left and right as we see spin to win on a Count. Count's gonna use the heal to get some health back as Hillary Clinton has now hit 6, showing that Jinx is the villain. Again, first blood on Jinx. And it looks like the bot lane has bagged for HVG.
Also, we do see a Count hitting 6 now, so we're gonna have to watch out for that barrage from Gangplank. I'm honestly not even sure what that ability is called. I think it's Fire at Will.
Well, as we see, skill shots missed by both Panic at the top hat and Bear Jr. Flashed out by Panic at the top hat to get away from getting pinched, but nothing really coming of it as Bear Jr. is just going to walk back into his own jungle. Cousin works at the U.S. Embassy and they blocked it in late 2016. Sucked. That does suck, you know? Cannon barrage as Panic at the top hat is now stunned up, got caught inside, and that looks like that is a kill over for Bear Jr. as Elucida did have some blaze on him. We also see the cannon barrage used by GP. Fire at Will is an upgrade. There you go. Fire at the torpedoes.
I knew it had something to do with him. Peter would know that because Peter's, I think, a partial Gangplank main.
Yep, cannon barrage it is. We see some trading in the top lane, trading in the bot lane. Random guy, you know, got pushed back into his tower by Super Hoagie. Hillary Clinton is pretty low here, though. Probably going to be forced to back off. Might have a TP up, so good TP back to lane after he backed. Nope, opting to stay instead. This is a ballsy play right here. As Sejuani is bot side, probably going to lane gank.
I think he popped a potion, and of course he has the
Oh, there's a pause.
healing from his...
Labby lost Discord. Ironically, Discord problems. We are having it too. We lost Elliot. Fuck Discord. It says channels are not available. Let's just play. It's so late. Find another one to go to. Yeah. Discord is bugging right now. I don't know. Is it bugging for us?
No, it's working fine for us.
Yeah, it's working fine for the casters.
Which is weird because usually we have issues.
Yeah. No idea here. So working fine for casters. Maybe not working for everybody else. Might need to move over to a Skype call. That would be my suggestion. Close and reopens Discord. That works most of the time. Actually, no, it does not work most of the time. I ran into a bug in Discord where you had to run Discord as the administrator. Otherwise, it would just do this RTC reloading loop over and over and over again until I actually had to shut down my computer and restart it entirely.
Yeah, and I had a bug where it actually made my League client bug splat every time I had Discord open.
Yeah, so Discord
and
itself...
I ended up having to re-download it, so...
Yeah, so... Let's all agree to use chat like solo queue. I mean, at this point in time, that might be the most fair thing to do. Both sides having to use a pause early. It looks like HVG used 9 minutes of their 15-minute pause, and... Yeah. Yeah, my servers don't exist. Crap, Discord is fucked. Switch to TeamSpeak.
That's if everyone on the teams have TeamSpeak downloaded.
Yeah. Y'all go to TeamSpeak. That's what we just said, Sean. Way to stay on top of it.
Yeah, like we said, it's mainly the question of whether or not everyone has TeamSpeak still downloaded.
By the way, Sean, where'd you go? We were waiting for you to play Overwatch last night, and then you disappeared. You suggested it before? No, you didn't. I have about 9 on my list that are DC'd. We're going to Facebook chat.
Sean, I literally don't see you saying it before.
You don't read chat fast enough. I read chat.
I mean,
like
I see
right
where you
here.
see.
Like, I put my chat right there next to me. Oh, I told Adam I was gonna go to bed. No, you didn't tell Adam you're going to bed. You told Adam, wait for me, I'll join the next one, and then you never showed up. So we waited.
And then we started losing comp matches.
Yeah, fuck Overwatch. That's all I'm saying. Frickin' Reapers.
I mean, Reaper's the counter to Bastion, as is Genji, which is the other person you were complaining about.
Okay, Genji's just stupid. How can you block bullets and rebound them? You're not a frickin' Jedi.
He's a ninja.
I don't care if he's a ninja. Just play Junkyard. Oh, OPTSM fan, just subscribe to us. Thank you very much. That is going to our prize pool. As this now is a good time to plug the prize pool. The prize pool is 50% of donations and subscriptions goes to the prize pool, whereas another 50% will go to the Symphonian Education Foundation. Again, Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia is the fraternity that all of us are a part of. We have an educational foundation that does many things that advance music in America. So yeah, any money that we get, half of it goes to that. So, woo.
And if you'd like to read more about the Symphonian Education Fund, if you look below this channel, there is a link down there, I believe, to the Symphonian Education Fund page.
Yep, so go check that out if you are not a member of Phi Mu Alpha and don't already know about that. 50% goes to me. I'm sorry, Sean, but no, you're gonna lose in the next round. Oh. Hey, but you're only 5th seed, So you're probably actually going to get one of these teams here. Don't know which one.
See, Sean, we never said that you were going to lose to us. We just said that you're going to lose.
Yeah, but you're going to lose to one of these teams you're playing right now. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you hear? You hear me? That's okay. We'll probably lose too. Not going to lie.
Probably.
I'm kind of done with the league right at the moment, so I now have to go back and practice. And actually try, because we're going to have a match in a week, which I was kind of figuring we would not be playing anymore. Womp, 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 womp. We 2-0'd HVG. Well, then you better hope HVG loses, so you'd rather see one of them instead of War. Yeah, I don't really want to see War either. Although we did tie them. I don't know about a 3-game series with them, though. That'd be kind of hard. I do not want to see POO. Yeah, I definitely don't want to see POO. POO is a team that just absolutely dumpstered us.
I mean, we had a chance in the first game against them.
Well, that's true. I guess we did.
It fell apart.
Yeah.
The second time we got dumpstered. Every time Chris plays Ari, we get dumpstered.
Biased casters.
I blame Chris.
Kappa. Hey. Yeah, we blame Chris for a lot of our problems. Chris, when you watch this VOD,
he was talking about...
we blame you.
He was watching Hansu play Ari earlier, and he was making fun of him, saying he can only play Zoe, and I was like, Chris, you haven't won on Ari, you can't say anything. And look what happened. Hansu won on Ari.
That is true. Was able to get some picks on there. I blame Chris, Eric, Greg, and Rich for all things. You right. I think we all blame them for everything, too. Doesn't help that 3 of those are mods and one of them just likes talking. Nah, we love you guys.
Yeah, for our upcoming match, I'll have to go play some ADC, because I've been doing all my placements and stuff playing mid lane. Because I don't want to put up with rando supports.
I'm not playing supports right now. I'm 2-0 on mid lane right now. But only playing Lux. I'm not going to do Will Brooks and play Malzahar the whole time. Fuck that champion.
I was playing Malzahar for a good portion of it. The other portion I was playing Zoe, because apparently people don't know how to counter that champion still.
Yeah, it's a dumb champion.
And then someone finally countered it today, and I've had my ass off. But we still won, so...
What's going on? Discord is what's going on right now. No, it's not working for anybody. Which is weird, because it works just fine for us. But then again, we are both on the West Coast, so maybe we're not using a different server.
I mean, I guarantee it's probably a different server.
Nope, we're using South server, so... I guess everybody's in the Discord South. Discord servers are going down. Well, ours has yet to go down, at least for the 2 of us, so...
Maybe it's a certain time for each time zone that it's going to go down.
They're switching to other comms. Yeah, well, if that's the case, then I guess John and I will just switch to a phone call or Skype call. I don't know.
Or TeamSpeak, since I still have it downloaded.
I do too, but I don't really like TeamSpeak. You go to Twitch chat. You can still do voice calls via Twitch/curse. Unless you don't have that. Do you have that?
Curse?
Yeah.
I had it at one point. I don't know if I still... I think I was just using the web curse.
Oh.
What I was doing.
We good are... That's true. Oh, wait. I guess I could do phone call. Or Facebook chat. I mean, either or. You see a flash forward by Hillary Clinton. Immediately, a count is going to burn the stopwatch as spin to win is going on. That was very interesting. Ultimate also burned, so it looks like a count is now super low. But both a count and Hillary Clinton are going to stay put. As we see Panic at the top hat is bot side. Gonna get hit by the Dark Binding. Gonna land, have Bomb, Explosive Charge land on top. Seer is gonna miss wide to the left as Urion's gonna come through and get another kill onto Bear Jr. As the Glacial Prison hit. And it looks like this 4-man bot is going to allow for a first turret for HVG. So a little coordinating coming out of that pause. A lot going on there. As Elucida is pushing mid lane, we see a dragon started up by HVG. I highly doubt
Maokai's in the area though.
Yeah, no, they're not going to contest. As we see Elucida, he's going to roam top. GP is still around. He might Shurima shuffle in. Is spotted by a ward. Shurima shuffle in. And Emperor's Divide is going to knock Akout back out. Akout also flash. He is stuck over there as Hillary Clinton is going to pick up a kill. But the return kill from the Cannon Barrage is going to kill Hillary Clinton. As Allergic to Milk is tanking the tower for whatever reason. As they're going to try and go for this mid lane tower as well. Only Labby to defend. Urion is taking tower shots. Is dropped well below half health. Ultimate burn by Labyrinth as Morgana is here. Morgana gonna hit the dark. No, not hit the Dark Binding. Stun's gonna miss as they can't move. And we're gonna see Elucida push this top tower. TP coming out from Akout. And Random Guy is not going to press forward. The best music to listen to when playing Gangplank. This is better be like a pirate song. Barry Jr. going to come in and around, going to hit the Dark Binding onto Super Hoagie as he predicted where Super Hoagie was going to be. Flash forward by, or rocket jump by Random Guy. He's going to have to burn the stopwatch underneath the tower. Still going to go on to Super Hoagie. Buster Shot's going to hit, and he's going to get the kill with the Explosive Charge. Very well done on that tower dive by Random Guy, and Bear Jr. But did have to burn all his summoners to get that kill. Although it looks like Hoagie also burned all his summoners, so fair trade overall. As Alert to Milk is going to chase down Elucida, going to sidestep the stun as Elucida going to just slide out and back to his mid lane. As we see a Dark Binding in the lane on Panic at the top hat. Pyroclasm is coming out, but this is bouncing around like crazy. We see the Blaze passive onto somebody. I don't know who that is. As Urion is going to get a kill onto Elucida as he flashes forward. And a Cannon Barrage is coming out as Allergic to Milk is going to get bound by Bear Jr. He's going to flash out after he was exhausted. As we say all kinds of summoner spells. Black Shield's going to not cancel the wave. The stun from Tarek as we just reset again. All kinds of action happening early.
Yeah, definitely a lot more action so far in this game compared to the last one. The last one, it seemed like everyone was trying to play really passive and trying to look for a pick before initiating anything.
Yeah, we see Rocket Jump by Tristana getting away from Allergic to Milk, who had popped the stun. Yeah, last game looked pretty cautious, if I do say so. Both teams not really wanting to give up in the lead. And this time it just seems like YOLO. No one cares. This is what happens when you have Hansu back in the league. You're right, this trash can is going to go ham. As he Shurima slides in, not going to get the Emperor's Divide out, as Bear Jr. is now caught between two. Exhaust coming out onto Super Hoagie. Zap is going to miss wide to the left like Blair Walsh. And we see a sapling thrown out. A little kitty cat, actually.
And Sean, I do not think this is more Clown Fiesta than any game ever. I'm pretty sure G5 GDA was pretty Clown Fiesta.
I mean, anything that G5 plays is pretty Clown Fiesta, am I right? As we're seeing...
I mean, Sean should...
What?
Sean should definitely know about the G5 GDA because he was casting that, and they had a bet on how long it was gonna be.
Oh, that is true. I forgot about that.
That was Speedy Ramus.
Yep, Speedy Ramus round 1. Which I must add, we almost won that game as well. A lot of these almost wins as Bear Jr. gonna land the bind onto Super Hoagie, but the ultimate coming out from Tarek, that's gonna cancel all the damage as Super Hoagie is so low. They're just gonna keep autoing him as the heal comes out from Tarek, but it's not gonna be enough as binding misses wide to the right. Labyrinth and Urion are both ganking at the same time. Labyrinth does have double buff Nature's Grasp onto Count, but he is getting popped right now by this GP as the Peril is going to come out and then Urion is going to take that kill. This is a 3-0 Sejuani with double buffs. This Panic at the Top Hat is here as well. Gonna miss the Seer charge, and there's going to be no sun, but they're going to get this top tower, it looks like. Yes, indeed, top tower super low.
And I believe it was last night during the HVG GDA game that Urion also had the Sejuani and got pretty fed on that Sejuani. He was able to kind of carry that game on his back until the damage was there from the rest of his carries.
Yep. As bot tower has also fallen, so tier 1's falling left and right. This game definitely being played at a higher pace than the previous one. Dragon respawning in about 15 seconds, so we might see some posturing around that. The vision controlled by POO is definitely in preparation for this Dragon. We'll see some more trading in the mid lane. That's what Directed Camera is most interested in. Seer gonna miss wide. Bear Jr. just going to clear some wards in the Dragon Pit. This is an Ocean Drake, which would be pretty useful for most of the players, as Panic at the Top Hat is stepped up a little far. The 3 members are just going to go and get the wave and try and crash this wave into the tower. Not really much of a wave, though, as Panic at the Top Hat is going to clear them with a Pillar of Flame. Oops, stun misses wide to the left as the Black Shield was used onto random guy. You know, he rocket jumps over the wall as the Glacial Prison is going to hit Bear Jr. because he doesn't know Black Shield. Fireball bouncing around as Panic at the Top Hat is going to get a kill on to somebody. I think that was Bear Jr. Allergic to Milk also has been dropped to Super Hoagie here, and he is cleaning house, but does not hit the zap as Labyrinth is able to get away. So all in all, 2 for 2 in the mid lane. I think Elucida also.
Yeah, very good. That's a really good use to the stopwatch there by Elucida to be able to stop that brand passive from blowing up on him. Ultimately, in the end, it didn't matter. Almost saved himself from that brand passive.
Also burned his cleanse as well. But flashes, summoner spells, all kinds of things were burned there. Heal by Super Hoagie, Exhaust, Flash by Allergic to Milk, Ignite by Panic at the Top Hat. So, just so many things used. And only 2 kills for each team to show. Anyways, HVG walking over a bunch of wards here, going onto this red buff. As Bear Jr. is finding a pink ward, but Allergic to Milk is here to counter as well. As Dark Binding is going to land onto Allergic to Milk, but not a whole lot of damage is coming out as another pink ward is just placed right where one was just taken away. Dark Binding going to land onto Elucida, but there's not a whole lot of follow-up damage here as that was a flash by somebody. No, not a flash. As Dark Binding again going to land onto Urion as we see the Shurima Shuffle and Emperor's Divide come in, but the Pyroclasm has landed onto Elucida as he just gets blown up by Super Hoagie. Bear Jr. also taken down, and they also lose a tower, so this is 2 for 0 and a tower for HVG. Hillary Clinton dropped below half health in this top lane versus a Count, and they are going to go rotate onto this Ocean Dragon. So all the early action going over to HVG. Yep, gotta get this, Dragon. And again, early objective control by HVG over POO.
What time are you at?
19. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. I'm like 6, 7 seconds ahead of you.
Wait, for reals?
Yeah.
Ooh. The turret going down for HVG. POO taking it as we are now 23, 24, 25. Yeah?
Yep.
Alright. Back on even times. Looks like POO is going to opt for this Rift Herald as HVG is a little slow to rotate over it. I think they know about it though, as Urion is going to walk over some wards. They're going to get bind Super Hoagie. Super Hoagie is now trapped. Exhaust coming out, and Emperor's Divide is going to knock Super Hoagie back into the rest of the team as they're going to get back onto this Rift Herald. That is going to reset though. Stun coming out by the brand as Garen is going to get turned into an icicle. Baron has spawned. Elucida is taking Baron damage. He is so low, and Urion is going to get the kill on that as Bear Jr. is going to get killed by a cow. And there's just action left and right. Allergic to Milk is behind. Does get the flank on. Redemption coming out. That's going to heal up everybody, but Urion just doesn't care, and he's going to keep pressing forward. Glacial Prison is going to catch Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton is just trying to get anything done, but going to die. Rocket misses wide, very far wide. As we see a 4-man push in this top lane. Only Random Guy, and Labyrinth are up to defend. They're just going to back up and give this turret as they would die if they tried to defend. Super Hoagie is pressing in the mid lane as well. And will they go for an early Baron?
They could turn and go to the Baron if they wanted to. Labyrinth is up though, so you could steal it. They have 4 members up of a little bit of a bad call there going for that Rift Herald. Went for it a little late. I don't know if Bear Jr. just didn't see what time it was at, because I'm assuming that he does all the shot calling. I'm assuming he didn't see what time that was at. Baron spawns on top of being engaged on.
17 server outages for Discord, and all its core services are being restarted. Interesting. Well, it hasn't affected the casters, so. But then again, we're also not playing, as Bear Jr. is going to behind Allergic to Milk, who's probably looking at his shop because he's not really aware of this. Black Shield is going to block the stun, and they're going to get this pink ward. But yeah, interesting choices there to go for the Rift Herald, and when the Baron spawned, it ended up basically killing Elucida, who had no health, and was just able to be bopped once by Urion.
Yeah, and then the map awareness of a cow realizing that that fight's happening and roams down and blows up Bear Jr., even with the Dark Binding hitting him.
It's true, though he did step a bit close, so he was in auto attack range. And as we've seen some vision fights right now over Baron Vision, Bear Jr. is going to get some more wards, probably come back, and we're going to see a fight over this Baron. Well, maybe not. We do have side lanes pushing for HVG, so they could split and push side lane. They do have about a 4K gold lead.
And right now, Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods needs to slow this bleeding. They're losing way too many team fights.
But instead, we're going to team fight. We have Allergic to Milk kind of caught in this ultimate, but Super Hoagie just pops Bear Jr. as Tristana is now stunned. Tristana goes down as the Pyroclasm is just melting everybody left and right. Urion going to die to a tower, but Elucida trying to stay alive. No. Oh, turret's going to kill Super Hoagie, and that's going to stop the triple kill right there as Labyrinth is going to get the shutdown on Super Hoagie, but Panic at the top hat and Allergic to Milk are still alive. Akao stayed topside this whole time, and he took the inhib turret. Probably going to get this inhibitor as well, as POO is bleeding objectives left and right.
And just as I was saying, they need to stop the bleeding. They just take another team fight. Hoagie now 7-4-3 is getting absolutely fed off his ass at this point, and you don't want Jinx to get fed because then she just scales even sooner. Hoagie there did go a little deep. Should have maybe switched back to the minigun, but definitely got a triple kill out of that and did pretty well for his team there, getting the ace for at least a brief moment.
Yep. Could have also gone for, you know, I might have been going for that pentakill. We won't know. Didn't get it. Anyways, we have pinks coming out onto this Baron by Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods. They look to be rotating that direction. Dragon is respawning in about 30 seconds, so it looks like they're going to ignore the dragon and go for this Baron.
I believe they saw Arui on that control ward down there.
Yep, they saw people on those control wards, so they are definitely onto this Baron now. Bear Jr. dropped below half health by the Baron, and then they're just going to back up as they realize that HVG has rotated over to defend.
Yeah, Brandel in the Baron pit is not what you want to happen, so they wisely back out of that.
Yeah. As Brand does have ultimate again, just going to clear some wards over here. More ward clearing as we're going to fight over some vision. It is another Cloud Drake that has spawned. Not entirely useful for either team at this moment, but it is a Cloud Drake nonetheless. Super Hoagie and Allergic to Milk have started it. Unfortunately, Bear Jr. don't know about this. Otherwise, they would easily get onto the Baron. So, 3 Drakes overall for HVG, 16 to 10 kills, and about a 7k gold lead. So, early game and mid game definitely going in their favor.
And it's only going to be an uphill battle for Pooh from here on out. I mean, you have Jinx who's scaling, Account's definitely scaling, Brand, who's been buffed, as you can well see, is doing massive amounts of damage again. Not that he ever did little amount, but definitely more than he used to.
As we see a little wet noodle fight in this top lane. Hillary Clinton going after Account, drops him below half health on spin to win, but just decides to back out of that as more posturing around this Baron. Binding's going to land onto Super Hoagie, but Bear Jr. is kind of stuck in the middle of everybody. We see all kinds of Emperor's Divide's going to knock the team away from the back line, but Lucida is going to get blown up by Panic at the top hat. Your Account is going to pick up a kill as Super Hoagie gets the rocket from downtown. Super Hoagie on a double kill going forward as Account is going to hit Random Guy, you know, and this is almost an ace as Random Guy is so low. Going to flash away, and they're just going to run it down mid.
Yeah, I mean, they've got bot wave pushing as well. Yeah, they can just run this down mid. I mean, there's still 15 seconds on Labby.
They're probably going to get double inhibitor here as Jinx is just able to melt these inhibs. And then they could go rotate over to the Baron. Yep, Account going to get the top inhib. And Random Guy just needs to defend base at this point in time. Bot wave is pretty huge on that tower as well. And they just have no way to get onto Panic at the top. In the middle of all that, Allergic to Milk used an ultimate that pretty much negated all of the damage. Panic at the top hat, sitting in a side bush. He's going to try and land a full combo. He's going to hit with the stun and the Pillar of Flame, turn Labyrinth into a blaze thing, and Baron going over for HVG. Yep, Redemption active. Getting those heals, getting those ultimates. Tarek being a huge pick right now on the support. And Bear Jr. with 1, 7, and 8 for his scoreline. A bit behind at this point in time, about 3 levels down from Allergic to Milk. Which you think has to play a part in how this game is going?
Yeah, just the amounts of CC HVG had. I mentioned that was going to get difficult, especially for Hillary Clinton. Hasn't been much effect on him as he hasn't had a whole lot done in team fights, but just the amounts of CC they can stack onto this team is what's causing them to win the team fights, and then just having Jinx and Brand on the back line just pouring in damage on top of that CC.
Yep, as we see a 5-man group bot lane, that turret just gets melted in no time at all. Baron minions as well pouring into the base as they're going to try and defend this bot tower.
Hoagie, use minigun on tower.
Yep, he is doing it now, and they're stepping forward. They don't care. Pyroclasm is going to come out and going to hit. Oh, no, Pyroclasm is not being used. That's Cannon Barrage. And a Seer, Super Hoagie is just going to stand next to the tower and just not care. And it looks like this game might be ending soon. Super Hoagie onto the Nexus tower, not being stopped. Super minions are coming into the base. Labyrinth is going to dash in onto Super Hoagie. Super Hoagie has been rooted. Emperor's Divide is going to knock in Rurion. But Elucida is just getting deleted by Super Hoagie as Super Hoagie is going to start cleaning house. Going to be able to get the kill there. Nope, Urion's going to take the kill on Bear Jr. as Sal flashes forward, and they're going to take the Nexus turret, last Nexus turret, and Super Hoagie is going to take the Nexus. And this is game number 2 for HVG, and we're going to end up with a 1-1 draw and a 3-way tie for second place.
Because it wouldn't be Find Me Alpha if we didn't do it the difficult.
You're not wrong there, right? So look at the scoreline right here. We have 11 turrets to 2 turrets, and then 69k gold, pretty much 63k gold to 48k gold. That looks to be a 15k gold differential at the end of the game in 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, it just got way out of hand for their junior poops in the woods.
Yep. But now we can all go to bed. Looking at some damage numbers here. Panic at the top hat did 31,000 damage on that brand. Just able to melt front lines. Akout did 23,000 in the top lane, and then Super Hoagie with 20,000, kind of adding to, you know, the damage numbers. Meanwhile, for Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods, they did not have the damage, as it looks like Elucida had half the amount of damage that Panic at the Top Hat was able to do, and he was the closest one to anybody on the for HVG. So unfortunate, but that is the way the game goes. Random guy you know had less damage than the Morgana, and the Maokai almost had as much damage as well. So again, maybe not the best team comp for Poops in the Woods, but anyways, we are going to get ready for more flame with the tie breaking. Yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen there. Anyways, we have our poll up for Game 2 MVP. We're going to do a brief player of the game interview so everybody can get to bed.
Well, we'll see if they even want to do it.
That's true. We might just skip the player of the game interview.
I was going to say just skip it. Doing MVPs just for stats' sake.
Yep. Alright, well, we're going to leave that up for a little bit as we move to some post-game stuff. There's the damage numbers so that everyone can see. Sorry, I'm boosted and I don't switch scenes sometimes because I forget to do it. No, 3-way tie. Yeah, I'm not really sure how they're going to do the 3-way tie. My opinion is do head-to-head records, in which case POO, I think, would be coming out ahead in that with a 3-1 record in the head-to-heads. HVG would be 1-2.
I have no idea.
And we are right. No, HVG would be 2-2, and we are Rhino would be 1-3. Is how that came out. Yeah, let me look this up real quick. Let's see. HVG played War. Was a loss and a tie. So HVG is, let's see, HVG is a tie and a win, so they are at 3-1. POO. Did they tie?
Peter, I don't disagree. Brand does a lot of base damage after those buffs. Like we saw Super Hoagie getting all the kills there, but Brand 31,000 damage in 29 minutes.
POO is 2-2, and then that means War would be 1-3. All right, so if we did it the way I think it's going to end up being, your second place team is going to be HVG. POO is going to be third place at 2-2, and then War is going to be fourth place. So yeah, I think that is the way that's going to end up shaking head-to-head records being what is used. HVG going a win and a win and a draw. POO going double draw, and then War going loss and a draw. So that is my assumption is what is going to happen. I don't really know. Get your votes in at the MVP poll though, so that we can call an MVP, and then we're just going to call it a night. All right. Did I really what, Sean?
I was talking to Elliot. Elliot said that he tried not to have this happen.
Then you need to run it down mid lane like Tyler won. Pick Draven and just go.
See, but Tyler 1 doesn't do that anymore. He's reformed. What are you talking?
Anyways, some other stats from this game. We have the damage, self-mitigated damage. Lots of damage mitigated right there by both tanks. Hillary Clinton self-mitigating 35k, quite a bit there. Vision scores not as high as we've seen in the past. Low ward placement by POO. So HVG definitely controlling the ward game in that one. I don't feel like feeding anymore. Super Hoagie. Well, I did die twice. Twice was not enough. You need to catch up to Julio. Anyways, score lines are as such. Account going 4-2-11. Urion 5-2-15. So he has a kill participation of 20 out of 23. Super Hoagie going 11-4-5. Panic at the top hat 3-2-15 has a kill participation of 18 out of 23. And then Allergic to Milk only dying once, going 0-1-20. Putting in a lot of work there on that Tarek. Again, having a kill to participation of 20 out of 23, which is a massive number if you ask me. Over for POO, we see two players with about 7 and 8 deaths. We have Lucido going 2-7-7, and then Bear Jr. going 1-8-9. So for a KDA of an even 1. Random guy went 3-1-3, and Hillary Clinton went 2-4-2, and then 3-3-3 for a Labyrinth because he really likes threes. Anyways, we are going to end the MVP vote in about a minute.
Someone else needs to vote. It's tied at 2. We don't need any more ties.
Because you know what they say about ties. I'm going to vote for Sal.
That's who I vote.
Or should I vote for Elliot? Nah, I vote for the Tarek. Because supports. Or I could have made that even more interesting and voted for Elliot and made it a 3-way tie. Because this is Phi Mu Alpha and we need 3-way ties.
We don't need any more ties. No more.
One more minute on this and then we are going to call it.
Also, Cal, if you guys had won the last game, I would have voted you MVP for the last game because your farm was ridiculous and yeah, you pushed your advantage.
No, my MVP.
So much. I mean, honestly, in this specific game, you could probably choose any of them, and I wouldn't disagree.
Wait, Account no longer MVP. Allergic to Milk now has 4 votes to Account's 3. Yep, get your votes in. We're closing it soon. And again, We don't really know what the semifinals are going to be, or even the quarterfinals, as we're still got to have a decision made about positions 2 through 4 that are now all tied at 16 points. Again, I espouse the head-to-head record, as game record is tied, point total tied. Head-to-head record, I think, is the next best tiebreaker. Because, yep.
And then for the positions we do know, first is BGM.
Yep.
And then 5th is RIP. And 6th is G5.
Yep, so you have G5 and RIP just waiting to see who they are going to face off against. Boosted Gorilla Monkeys do get a first round bye, and we're just waiting to see who gets that second first round bye, and then who has to play those 2 challenger wildcard teams. Big Anime Titties did tie with Gerg 5. Unfortunately, though, they lost the tiebreaker in the head-to-head record, as Gerg 5 beat Big Anime Titties 2-0 a few weeks ago. Alright, I'm calling the poll.
And it's going to be Allergic to Milk, the MVP.
Yep, game 2, MVP, Allergic to Milk. Alright, so we're going to call this a night. Anyways, my name is Fleeing Panda. We had a 1-1 draw to end the night. You know? Fuck. Yeah, sorry, account. Sal is your pal, though, so go celebrate with him. I honestly feel violated by Fios after this series. Okay, then. Anyways, it has been fun. It's almost midnight over on the West Coast, so it's 3 a.m. on the East Coast. We are not doing player of the game interviews. My name is Fleeing Panda. I casted this game as in relief of Jirachi, who fell asleep at their computer. With me was...
It's a Bison.
And we are saying good night from the West Coast. It's the best coast. See ya.